Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into another subject for all those videographers out there. Should you or should you not use a gimbal together with the Sony FX3? Well, let's get into it. The Sony FX3 is a powerhouse of a camera, which is really good for video making and filmmaking. It has a very compact design, a full-frame sensor, and incredible video capabilities, because this is a video-centric camera. But as the topic says in this video, when it comes to stabilization, is a gimbal really necessary? Well, that depends on what kind of work you're doing and what kind of scenes you are filming at that time. First of all, let's talk about the built-in image stabilization on the Sony FX3, or the IBIS, if you will. The camera comes with a built-in stabilization of 5 axes, which really does a great job of reducing jittering and shakes while you're filming, and is providing really smooth footage. Especially when you're shooting handheld. Of course, if you're using a tripod, the image is still, so this refers to when you are holding the camera in your hands, maybe moving it at the same time. As you can see, the IBIS on the camera is really effective, and we have 3 modes on the FX3. We have normal, we have light compensation, and we have really good steady compensation. However, the situations we are showing you here is when we are holding the camera in pretty still conditions. So if you're doing scenes where you are running after a subject, or a car for instance, or a bike, your body will shake much more. You will shake because of the running, your legs hitting the ground, and that's when you probably should consider using a gimbal. So when do you really use a gimbal with the Sony FX3? Here are some scenarios. We have dynamic movements. If you are planning to capture fast-paced action shots, like running or following a moving subject, a gimbal can provide that extra level of smoothness that the IBIS alone may not achieve. Then we have professional client project, paid project, where the video should be really great because those details really matter. A gimbal can help you achieving that cinematic look which a client maybe expects of you as a videographer. If you're doing long takes, maybe handheld, you should consider using a gimbal as well, because holding the camera for several minutes in a fixed position up here maybe can be really hard, and you will start to shake like you're holding a milk bucket. That can help you maintaining that stabilization throughout the whole shot. So if you take this gimbal for instance, instead of holding the camera up here with your hands, you can use this gimbal, place it onto your chest and hold it like this, and let it rest there for the whole shot. And I have tried, it really works. You can hold much longer than filming just with your hands. In my experience, I have found that it's much quicker not to use the gimbal in a lot of situations. I do some client work for clients that expect you to move fast. Maybe you are on a construction site and you have those workers walking around. You don't have the time to rig your gimbal all the time, and maybe you don't have the space to reach in there with a gimbal and getting those angles you really want. So that probably is a situation where you would consider just using your camera and hold it into your body and get those short shots only with the camera. that is almost every time good enough. Maybe you also are in a situation where you are filming amongst many people in downtown center, or another situation where there are a lot of people. You don't want to get that attention span like you do when you're using a gimbal. So maybe you can consider hiding your camera a little bit, not to film those people or anything like that, but only not to draw that attention while you're working. And sometimes you really need to do that quick setup. Maybe like me, you are a videographer and also a photographer, and you have to manage 2 sets of cameras. That can be a really great time to only consider using the body with no extra rigging. Then you can easily change between video and photo, and maybe you can hang both of the cameras on your body and carry them with you. If you have this gimbal, you have to put it down everywhere and grab the photo camera, and who knows, suddenly you will tip over the camera and it will go into the ground. It will crash into the ground, maybe get damaged. So, is there an answer? Should you use a gimbal with the Sony FX3? Like you have already understood, it really depends on that specific situation you're in while shooting. Both inbuilt body image stabilization and the gimbal provides their own sets of pros or advantages. And by filming a lot, you get that experience to really know when you need to use a gimbal or only to use the IBIS. So if you can recognize the situation you're in, you can do the right choice, and that will save you a lot of time and give you good enough results. So thank you for watching again, and I hope you find this video helpful. If you do, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more tips and reviews. Well, maybe not reviews, but maybe some of my personal tips for you. And let us know in the comments, do you prefer using a gimbal with your Sony FX3, or do you really rely on the inbuilt image stabilization in the camera? See you in the next video, and hey, don't forget to hit that notification bell to get a notification when the next video comes. Bye.